cost, it just sounds nefarious. It's just an accounting term that, at first blush, sort of takes you back on your heels. Understand that if I could not produce a boarding pass, now it's a questionable cost. Even though Amex would have clearly said a person went from point A to point B, that you could even show that they ended up in 8 meals at point B. It was a questionable cost if I could not come up with a boarding pass. So it doesn't mean that money wasn't spent on the project. Again, I think I want to reaffirm that the contract dates, even though it's extended to June 30th, has not in any way stopped what we're doing on the project. I mean, as you notice, we've been very transparent to the level of ability that we can under the current atmosphere through the Hardy Advocate to show you that we closed a round of funding of $4.25 million. It is very important to note that this is outside formal institutional investors' endorsement of the value of the project. The value that they gave on the project exceeds the amount of money that was put in by the IDA, meaning that the value exceeds cash put into something. The project as an ongoing value has appreciated, like the value of a home has increased. We have hired numerous people based upon many changes that CareSync now is aligned to do, and we expect great things to happen. But when you add in the value of what has gone in from various sources, you start to get into the $13, $14 million range. And when you start to talk about interactions between LifeDash and Continuum, yes, I am both CEOs of both companies. I don't know who, in the absence of a CEO, is expected to sign an agreement that would have a real impact if it was breached on either side except the CEO. So that's one of the responses that I would say. But recognize that the inputs to the project, all dollars have gone back. Even the 2 employees that moonlighted, for lack of a better word, still were asked to perform their daily duties, and the revenues that they generated were profit. That money went into the project. There has been no funds distributed outside this project. And so LifeDash was even acquired by Continuum, and those investors that put money into LifeDash did not get a return on that. And so all things at the most highest level, whether it's James Grant, Travis Bond, or anyone else that has had a hand